What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel Power Action Clix. Today I just wanted to go over a little bit about our state rock championship that we just went through here recently. I want to give a shout out to our local venue that hosted it, where gamers gather here in New Mexico. It was my first rock tournament and it was a great learning experience. It was probably the most competitive tournament I've ever played, and I found it kind of enjoyable, which is really great. I wasn't really sure what to expect from other players. I thought they were kind of going to be, a lot of hard asses, but we did actually get some people from other states that were pretty cool. And just to get an idea of my team I played here in the tournament, I had actually decided on this one last second, and I was inspired by another Heroclix video I had made called Spider Hammer, which I am going to put here on the YouTube channel, that inspired this team. So we got Spider-Man. He's giving everybody the question mark, mainly Spider-Man family team ability and Avengers initiative. And then we have Sicarian Iron Man, who I just realized in this tournament is a beast. And yeah, he's so good. Awesome piece to have. And so is the Scarlet Witch from Disney Plus. Those are the just ridiculous out of that set. And then I used my War of the Realms Doctor Strange. He's awesome. He can see through stealth. He can mind control. He can prob. He can outwit. He's an Avenger. He has super senses. So he does get improved super senses when you copy the Spider-Man team ability. We have Arachnite because he's just awesome with the Soul Sword. Then we have Scarlet Witch just because she's an awesome piece and she can use a rune to stop people's power abilities. And then I played a War Machine on the side. Never really summoned him, but I just thought it would be good to have something on the sideline. I did run a little tarot deck with this team, which was pretty fun. And just to give you an idea of the games that I did play, so the first game I played, it was actually against a Masters of Evil team. This guy had about 2 or 3 copies of all of the Masters of Evil. So like 2 or 3 Dark Phoenixes, 2 or 3 Dooms, 2 or 3 Iron Inquisitors, and he was also running multiple Sky Tyrants. That was pretty crazy. We started the game and I was like, oh man, I don't know how I'm going to compete against this. I didn't practice at all for this tournament. I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do against this team. I did end up winning by 30 points, and that's going to be one of my tips here from that game is just stick it out there, do your best, put up a fight, don't back down. When I first saw like that guy was using 3 Dark Phoenixes, I was like, oh gosh, I don't know. And then the second team I played, he was using the Prime Wonder Woman, Demon in Armor, the Metal promo Wonder Woman that brings somebody back from the dead, and Sicarian Iron Man, and then Felix Faust, which was a pretty interesting team. I did end up losing to that one because he was able to snipe my 25-point Spider-Man, and he won by 25 points. One thing I do regret in that match was letting him pick the map when I had the option. I let him pick the map, and he totally picked for something that was going to benefit his team. He kind of did like a little phalanx formation, kept all his pieces together until he could telekinesis somebody out. He telekinesis to Sicarian Iron Man and popped my Spider-Man, and that was how he won. Some games, that's just how it is. You got to knock out the other people's characters, and sometimes you win by 25 points for knocking out the weakest one. And that was a pretty good game. Realized I made a couple play mistakes on that one. One is letting him pick the map. 2 was I had mind controlled his figures. I mind controlled 2 of his figures. I think it was Wonder Woman and Felix Faust. And for some reason, I turned him on his other figures and tried to attack, and the attacks did nothing. But really, the strategy of my team is to mind control them and walk them right into Scarlet Witch's rune field so they lose all their powers. So I don't know why I deviated from my strategy. I mind controlled them, and I didn't walk them into the rune. I should have just stayed with my strategy. I think I kind of lost sight of it somewhere playing. And then for the next game, I did play a monsters, kind of your basic monsters team you'll be seeing nowadays. He was using the Grand Prize Genesis. He was running Hulk Prime with the cloak. He ran 2 Silver Surfers, along with a couple other pieces I can't quite remember. It was really his Carnage Silver Surfers that did all the work. That Black Necro Sword he had equipped really kind of screwed my team a little. I think I did end up taking out the Colossal Carnage and one of his Surfers, but after one of his Surfers had healed a couple times into Invincible, it got a little rough. And I think he ended up taking out, I want to say it was Spider-Man and maybe Scarlet Witch. I think he ended up winning by like 125 points. I think he donked my Scarlet Witch and Spider-Man or something like that. And then the fourth game I played against a Batman team-up Scooby-Doo team. The fourth game I played against a Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. team. I was able to beat that pretty well. Even though I had, mystical characters and they get a bonus, I was able to bust their stealth because of the Avengers initiative, and I made sure to clean up to go in there and make sure I knocked out Shaggy early because I didn't want to have to deal with his flurry ability, and I ended up winning that one. And then the fifth game I played, I keep forgetting about, is one against a Wakanda team. He was using the King Killmonger and Ghost Panther, which was a pretty cool team, but I did end up winning that one pretty well. By that point, my brain was kind of melting of so many outwits and perplexes and so many little key details of the game flying around. I was like, who outwitted who and who perplexed this? And my brain was starting to malfunction by that time, the fifth game. I did end up winning 3 out of 2, which was pretty good for me. Like I said, I didn't really practice. I just kind of jumped in. I did end up getting 9th place, and I decided to pick the Plastic Man objects because I thought they were pretty cool. There was a ton of really great prizes. They had like all the common, uncommon, and rares from Batman Team Up, all the Team Up cards, all kinds of really great stuff. I ended up going with this one because this isn't something I can just really, go buy at the store. I think you can only get this one as a promo through. I did want to give a shout out to all our players that played in the Roc Tournament, as well as our local players who really stuck it out. We hadn't really had a competitive tournament like this in quite a while. We had a couple players make it pretty high up in the rankings. Thank you guys for checking out the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to throw it a like, and we'll catch you on the next one.